Hey guys, Jaden here from Viper Off-Road, and this video is episode 2 of converting the Coleman BT200X into a three-wheeler. So for starters, we will be removing my wooden frame and copying the measurements onto our tube steel so we can replace this wooden frame with a metal one. That is the goal of this video, is to have the metal rear end on the bike done. Other than the axle and wheels and tires, because I don't know that they'll be here in time. But we're planning to have all the two triangles and the crossbar on, because there's going to be a crossbar there, and there's one of these on each side. We're gonna be cutting this piece off, as we don't need the this piece, and replacing it with a piece of flat bar, potentially. Don't know if that's necessary yet. We're going to be putting a bolt here, here, and here into the bottom piece, and up top it's going to be wedged in here, and there's going to be a bolt roughly through here into this piece. And then this piece is going to be cut, because I used wooden deck spindles. It's actually going to be cut all the way into the corner, and down here it's going to be cut like this on opposite angles, and there's going to be no bolt this way, but we're going to have flat bar here with a bolt here, 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 and here, flat bar on each side. So right now we are taking this flat bar scraps that was part of an old tool and grinding all the rest off it, so we can use it as bracers on the sides of our rear end. So now we are going to be cutting some of the pieces we need for the steel construction out of this 1-inch tube steel. You will see a time lapse of this now. Okay, so this is one side of the frame, half done. It's going to be a bar that goes here with a flat triangle with holes drilled. As this is a no welding project. Sorry about that noise. It's my assistant using the angle grinder outside. We're using pillow blocks for the bearings. And we can have 2 of the holes drilled here. We need to drill the other 2 in the steel. And there will be one of these brackets, we need to drill holes in this one, but these will be on either side of the steel tube. For bolts, we are going to have 2-inch bolts, and I did not think to get enough of these, as I forgot about the pillow block, but oh well. We need one there, there. We need one there, 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 and there, plus one for each pillow block. Might go 2.5 on the pillow block. Not sure yet. So we have one pillow block mounted on with 2.5-inch bolts on one of the bottoms. We are doing the bottoms on first, so the axle is straight before we use the uprights. It will also allow us to get the right angle on the upright. So, lock washer, flat washer, then you have the pillow block. Same with the other bolt. So just for where this is holding the axle, and there's going to be a lot of vibrations, I'm putting a lock washer on both sides. Nice catch, if I do say so myself. Now I'm putting the nuts on. So you have to make sure your pillow blocks are facing opposite directions if you are doing this yourself, because if they're facing the same direction, the collars that lock them in place will not be functional and it could slide out sideways. But if they're opposite each other, then you don't have to worry about that because they'll be pulling against each other. To make sure this is good and tight, I'll be using a driver. And there you have your pillow block mounted on your piece. So we have mocked up the rear end. These are the pillow block assemblies I assembled in an earlier clip. You have the rear end, it's taped on currently until we have the holes drilled. Now we have the engine unbolted and they're going to pull it off so we can drill the holes easier. So now we're going to be cutting this bar right there off of the frame. As you can see, this is what we've mocked up. And yeah, time lapse of cutting now. So this is what it looks like with that bar cut off. This is the bar here. Yeet. This is the bar. Chain tensioner holder there. So we have the uprights on now, at least partially on. We have the top bolt in place, and we have the holes drilled in the bottom piece on one side. We're using this like 1/4-inch steel plate that was scrap, and it's going on like that. This hole needs to be moved down here because we drilled it in the wrong spot. But there will be 2 bolts in the upright and 2 bolts in the lower. So that should give it some up and down support from bumps and stuff. And yeah, that's what we've gotten done so far. Next clip now. So now I have the handlebar risers in place that I've decided to put on this because the handlebars were low. So now I'm just tightening these up. You want to go, if you're doing this to your bike, you want to do opposite sides. So I'm doing 3 turns each, and then when it starts getting tight, I'm going a little bit of a turn, just small turns, until it's snug, because you don't want to strip out the threads. And now the handlebars are a little higher, which will make it a little more comfortable for the configuration of the 3-wheeler. Getting this rear end on, getting the brake caliper mounted, and getting the axle like 90% centered. It's probably not perfect. We'll take another measurement when everything else is done. I am also gotten the cable half on. We need to do a bracket that'll come off that nut and out to here that we can use these jam nuts to catch. We're waiting on parts we're waiting on the torque converter to get here, and the sprocket hub. Yes, it's keyed on the other side if you're wondering how the key is on it. Have the handlebars on risers to get them a little higher so they feel better for the trike. And so now we're gonna put it on the floor with the wheels on just to see what it looks like and see how it sits. So this is the bike on the floor. We've just currently set the rear tires on it. Those are not permanently attached, as we still have to attach the sprocket and sprocket hub right about there. And we are going to wire up some sort of light bar off a drill battery at some point in the future, but that's not a necessity. So these are the tires we've chosen to use, and that red rack is going to go on it too. And there's the brake mounted down there.